Claire here, and welcome to Motivational Mondays. It's 2013, it's finally here, the world didn't end, we're still here, we've started a new year, and every single Monday from now on you're going to be getting a Motivational Monday tip from me. What are you going to do differently this year with money in your life? Because that's kind of my specialist subject. It's the area that I really know the absolute most about, and I know how to change things because I was such a disaster myself so many years ago, and it was a tough road to go down. But what are you going to do differently this year so actually you can have the life that you want, which is not controlled by money and is not dictated as to what you're going to do by money? Well, where do we start? If money's not great in our life at the moment, how do we start? How do we make the first step? How do we make these changes? Well, let's talk about your money story, because everybody has one. We've all got stories in our life where different things are concerned, and actually our money story is the thing that kind of underpins everything. It changes everything, it has an effect on everything, and it's something that unless you make it what you want it to be, then remember the saying that if you always do what you always did, then you always get what you always got. A little bit like Einstein's theory of insanity, where we do the same thing over and over again, but we expect a different result. So your money blueprint is determining everything that's going on in your life at the moment. It's actually saying X, Y, and Z about what's happening with you and money. So what is the money blueprint? What's it all about? Well, in the first few years of our life, from depending on where you read and who you're speaking to, from 0 to about 6, we don't have a conscious mind. We just have a subconscious mind. And as we know, the subconscious is kind of 97% of our thoughts when we're grown up and when we're an adult. But when we're a child, that's literally all that we have. And this is the most influential thing that we have when it comes to our thoughts and our feelings and where everything goes, because it's all controlled by what was put in when we were younger. So let's get this clear and let's make sense for you. So think about it a little bit like a computer program. Everybody's got a computer program, and what is running on it is everything that you were taught when you were growing up. So the people that were around you, so your parents, your guardians, your grandparents, your relatives, your official aunts, your unofficial aunts, all those people were putting in things into your program that were actually determining who you were going to be. So, and who you are even. So, did you get told that money was the root of all evil, that money didn't grow on trees, that money wasn't for people like us? What was the story that you were told actually as you were growing up? And how did your family live? What was life like? Did you have nice holidays? Or was it that there wasn't a huge amount of money for anything? It was always, we just got by or we struggled. Have a real good think about what your money story is. And when I say have a real good think about it, I mean actually schedule this in your diary and take some time out to really, really look at it. Because if things in your life aren't working as well as you want them to be right now, then I guarantee that it's something to do with what's going on with you and money. Money underpins everything. It affects every single area of our life, whether we like it or not. So you need to decide, are you going to do something to change it, or are you going to stay where you are? Allocate the time in your diary. Work out, who am I with money? Go back to the earliest memory that you can think of and really, really sit down and write about all the things that have happened. Did you get into debt when you were a student? Have you always been in debt? Have you never been in a situation where you've actually lived within your means? Or do you rely on credit card as being the route to me getting to what I want? What is it that's going on for you that means that your life isn't going quite the way that you want it to go? It may be that actually you're earning loads of money, but you just don't feel like you can spend it for some reason, or you spend all of it without even realising, and then are sitting there going, well, I'm earning £1 million a year, surely I should be able to survive on that. Well, yeah, you should. But it depends very much on everything else that's going on around. So start this 2013, this year and this world of the 4-dimension rather than the 3-dimension, with actually really dealing with what is going on with you and the money that's in your life, or the lack of it, or the fact that it's ruining it, or whatever it is that you think money is to blame, you're the one that needs to deal with what's going on inside, and then you can actually change the external and everything that goes on around you. I'd love to hear what you think of this tip, and please sign up, come back next week. You're going to be getting one of these every single week from now on, and I really hope you enjoyed your Monday motivational tip. Happy 2013.